What's up YouTube? This is Carrera. So today we are doing the oil change on the 2012 Carrera S. So before we start, I like to just go over some of the things we need, all the tools and parts you need to do the oil change, okay? So if you take your Carrera to the dealership, they probably will charge you anywhere between $175 to $250 to do the oil change. Now, if you do it yourself, which is quite simple to do, it'll probably cost you under $100. So over time, you would definitely save a lot of money. So let's go over what you need to do the oil change. So first of all, you need the oil filter. I purchased this off of Suncoast. You could also find it on Pelican Parts. It's about $36 to $40 including shipping. And you have the crusher. Okay, I purchased a drain plug just in case I needed a new one, but I'm gonna use the one that's already on there. You need a crusher, which costs about $1. Sometimes it's less than $1 if you can find it. The O-ring for your housing, oil filter housing. Okay, and this is a one-time investment. This cost about $36 on eBay. It's the Hazel 2169 36mm. This is the oil filter wrench, and all these parts I'm gonna post a link below so you guys could see what you need to purchase. Okay, so you need this and also a T-hex to get the oil filter housing out. It's a lot easier, okay, to get it out, and also a to crack loose the drain plug. I've used a 5/16, and right now I'm gonna show you how we're gonna drain the oil. So I got the 16 quart or 15 liter capacity drain pan, and you definitely want to lay some towel around just in case it splatters. But I've already cracked loose the drain plug, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the oil out. And over here. Now I warmed up the car to about 150 degrees, so it'll come out a lot easier and faster. So, all right, so come down here. We're gonna slowly, it's already dripping as you can see. It's probably gonna come pouring down, so I'm gonna lift this up so it won't splatter all over the place. Oh, there you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the fan off. It's just easier to work. So just go ahead and unclip both sides, one on each side, so you can take out the entire fan. Okay. So I'm gonna take the intake out as well. Okay, and everything just snaps right off. You see these little knobs right here, it just pops right off really easy. And now we could get to the oil filter easily. Okay. This is out. And now we'll get the oil filter out. Okay. I like to inspect in between the oil filter to make sure nothing is in between, so we know that our engine is nice and clean. All right guys, so after I switched out the new drain plug and crusher, I plugged it back in. Don't over tighten it, just hand tighten it. I'm gonna leave the car up on the jack because after I fill the oil, I'm gonna run the car, make sure there's no leak. Now, you could reuse the old drain plug, but you know, since it's aluminum and it was kind of tight when I removed the drain plug, I just decided to use a new one. And also, a lot of people do reuse the crusher, but it's just better to be safe to use a new one because you could tell this is kind of already not as proportion. Whoever did the last oil change tightened it a little too tight, so just don't over tighten it, but tighten enough so it won't leak. So now we're ready to pour some oil in here. So I've removed the oil cap here, and I'm gonna start with 6 quarts. I'm gonna turn on the car and see where I'm at and add another quart. I think max is 8 quarts, but you know, I'm gonna add 6, check the oil level, let it run it for a little bit, and check for a leak at the bottom, and then we'll go from there. So here it is. Just pour it slowly. Okay, so here's the first quart, and I'm gonna fill total of 6 quarts. All right guys, so I've already put 7 quarts. So now we're gonna check the oil level to see if we need more oil, okay? So let's turn the car on. And we're gonna go ahead and check the oil here. So it's we're at minimum. So we can add another, I'll say another half a quart and see where we're at, okay? So just make sure towards the end you want to do half quart at a time. You definitely don't ever want to overfill it because how sensitive towards the end, where if you overfill it, then it'll definitely damage your engine, and that's gonna cost you big time. So I got 7 quarts in there already, and now I'm just gonna do another half a quart. Okay, so half a quart, and we'll check the oil level again. All right guys, so now I filled up 7.5 quart, and we seem to be okay, but I like to add another half. I like to be at about 3/4. So right now it's green at the first box, maybe 2 more and it will be okay. 3/4, 75% of the way will be all right. So I'm gonna add another half a quart, okay? All right guys, so here it is. So I added another half a quart, 8 quart total, and that's it right there. Full, perfectly, right below the maximum line. So that's exactly where you wanna be at. So I'm gonna drive it for a little bit. So it goes down another notch, and we should be okay. That's it guys, and please subscribe and like, and that's how you change oil on a 2012 Carrera S. Thank you.